What's going on, guys? Kopamar here, and today we are going to be doing a reaction to this man who basically jumped to his death at Disneyland, leaving chilling suicide note on his Facebook page. Now, I've read through some of these comments, and all I've got was that he's a narcissist, and basically he's being blamed even after passing. Um, for what he has done, basically saying that it's all his fault. There is no sympathy in this world for a man and his mental health. Very, very little sympathy. And the minute you try to explain that you're going through something as a man, you basically are looked down on as weak, incompetent. You basically are shamed, and this is what the world has come to, my friends. This is what the world has come to. I've read through his note, and basically, the wife that he was married to called the cops on him. They locked him up, and he has now a scar on his reputation. I guess he was like an administrator at a school. He did music, and she called the cops on him after a fight, well, I should say an argument. He didn't hit her. He said he never hit her, never hit the kid or her daughters. She called the cops on him, and they locked him up basically without any proof that he did anything wrong. Zero proof, right? Innocent man thrown in jail. Zero proof for fact. In fact, they took a look at the attached screenshots of the message to my friend about the matter. She had no intention on having that night to come this far. She knows I would never hurt her other girls, and she too has been trying to clear my name with little success. Again, the legal system is deeply flawed, to say the least. Everyone has a breaking point, and we can't blame someone for breaking because we are not sure all that they have been going through. um when speaking from experience, I once had a barber, and this barber was a Haitian guy. He was a barber of mine for many years since high school, and when I say many years, at least 10, 11 years he was cutting my hair. And I remember one time the cops came, took him halfway through my haircut, took him outside and put him in handcuffs, right? And he was a good dude, never seemed like a violent guy, but he always seemed like he had some, like, issues with his baby mama, just, little arguments or whatever the case may be. But I can say I never seen him even got into an argument with anybody in the shop. Just a very calm, quiet guy, somebody that just wants a little bit of respect, you know what I'm saying? Just the average Joe, right? And haven't cut with him for 6 months. I was growing my hair out and stuff like that during the pandemic, and basically he deleted himself right next to the barber shop in a liquor store, right? And I'm not sure the reason why exactly he did that. I didn't even know he carried a weapon or he had access to a weapon, but obviously he had it and he used it on himself. And I was just hurt. I was just so taken back because I even felt guilty because, a lot of times I would sit in his chair and we talk about, the struggles, trying to maintain a relationship with our, ladies, and, how hard it is for men just to at least get any type of love, any type of respect, any type of care. You know what I'm saying? It's just working man discussions we would talk about. You know what I'm saying? And I grew my hair out, didn't get to go back to the barber shop. He deleted himself, and I felt guilty. And I can almost feel that it had to do something with his relationship with his baby mama, right? And another barber who was in the shop this time when I went to get a tape up after I found out, he said he called him weak, right? He said he's a weak man for doing such thing. I can't call somebody weak for doing that because you don't know what he has been going through. When a woman does this same thing, they're not looked at as weak. They're not blamed. As a matter of fact, the other party that contributed to this has to bear some of the responsibility. If it was a woman that did it, the man would have to be held accountable. Like, hey, what did you do for this person to go to the extreme? But for some strange reason, and the numbers are really, really high. Guys, let's take a look at what's going on regarding men and deletion. Let's take a look in America, right? Okay. In total, let's see. What percentage of male self deletion? Okay, males make up to 49%, but nearly 80% of deletion, right? 80%, guys, in the United States, males make up 80% of the deletion. And it seems to me that no one sees a problem with this. Here you have someone, right, saying he could possibly be that much of a narcissist, which I really hope in this case, that I hope in torments. He basically saying he did it to torment her forever. I think that once people are born, and for it seemed as if this guy had his life together. He played music, was seemed as if he was, played music for over 30 years, and well respected. I myself do music, and I've been doing it a long time, and music is a therapeutic thing, and a lot of people wouldn't even understand what music does to the soul, but that's another topic for another time. But it's crazy how when you go through some of these comments, they literally label him as a narcissist. Basically, these people who have no psychological degree, any type of doctoral degree to say, to diagnose someone that they don't even know. This is what social media has come down to, right? They just see the story and want to diagnose right away because everybody is some professional, right? Without any type of backstory, nothing. They just want to diagnose because somehow everyone is a professional at everything in these times. Um, Let me say this. Men's mental health is very rarely looked at. Very rarely looked at. And what's crazy, like even right now is I'm gonna say something because I seen it just now. I was on the road here in South Florida, and I saw a black guy walking naked on the road. He was covering up his thing with his hand, walking naked. And whether he was drugged out or whatever the case may be, it begs you to wonder. Most of the homeless population is men, most of mentally ill. I mean, you're talking about people that have no help, no help at all, right? Now, I don't know exactly if there was a threat to divorce him or whatever the case may be. I am not sure, right? But by the looks of it, he seems as if he was a happy guy. He seems as if he was a happy guy. I'm not sure even if this was his first marriage, but you know, most men don't want trouble. We like peace. We try to go after the sweetheart. We try to go after the woman that we feel that would make our lives a complete circle, right? And I'm going to tell you, one of the worst feelings in the world is to love somebody and look at that person and put that person on a pedestal just for that person to disappoint you, right? And some people, they don't take it very well. You can see that he never took it very well, right? And some people, there's no coming back from that, whether he had got his heart broken in the past or whatever the case may be. But you never hear anything about a guy's heart being broken, a man just being broken into pieces. You never hear these things, man. You never hear these things. And even in his passing, he's being labeled, he's being blamed for everything. What a life. What a life.